Hi, this is the Rook b8 in the b5 sack, and it's another variation on the thematic piece sacrifice on b5 in the Sveshnikov variation of the Sicilian. We've examined several traps in this variation, so we're going to quickly run through the opening moves. e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, c takes on d4, knight takes on d4, knight f6 and knight c3, and the Sveshnikov typified by e5. After knight b5, black closes the hole with d6, bishop g5 pinning the knight, and a6 driving the white knight back to a3, and b5 threatening to advance to b4. So either knight d5 immediately, or the move we've examined, bishop takes on f6, and after g takes f6, now knight d5. Black plays f5 to undouble the f-pawns, and we're going to continue with another variation with bishop takes on b5, rather than exploring c3 or bishop to d3. So here, after bishop takes on b5 and a takes on b5, knight takes on b5, those knights ominously looking at the c7 square. Well, black can try rook b8, and this will be followed by knight bc7, forcing the king to d7, and now queen h5 doesn't actually threaten f7, because more importantly is threatening queen takes on f5, which is mate. So black can drop the knight back to e7, or perhaps better, knight d4, which provides a flight square for the king on c6. Well, white can castle long, or probably better to castle short, because then he can get these queenside pawns rolling forward. So after short castles, king c6, and now b4, black can try f takes e4. Also possible was knight b5 to try and maybe exchange the knights on the queen side, but white's going to do very well after knight takes on b5, rook takes b5, and then advance the a pawn with tempo on the rook with a fine position for white. So backing up, and after f takes on e4, well, white plays c3, driving the knight back to e6, and now b5 check, king b7 and b6. Those pawns are storming forward, and black's best move here would really be queen g5, and black could survive after queen e2, eyeing up that a6 square, and then knight c5, and black might be able to survive this. However, if instead of queen to g5, black tries knight c5 immediately, then white is going to be with establishing a commanding position after a4. We can see bishop e6, a5, rook a8, knight takes on a8. Now bishop takes the knight on d5, but now knight c7, and those pawns look unstoppable. After bishop c4, a6, and white will be queening. So this has been the rook b8 in the b5 sack of the sacrifice on b5 in the Sveshnikov variation of the Sicilian. Hope you found it useful, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.